Today we're diving into Brown Dust 2 to not only take a look at the game as a whole, but they just released an update featuring a collab with the anime Goblin Slayer. The collab itself is titled Brown Dust 2 and Goblin Slayer 2, so I'm assuming that's referring to Goblin Slayer's second season. This is actually their third collaboration. They've done a couple others such as Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, and Shinran Kagura. Apparently I'm a pretty low-level weeb because I haven't heard of either of those. As a quick overview, Brown Dust 2 is a turn-based strategic GRPG. The G stands for Goon. I think the overworld graphics are really nice, though I do have a soft spot for pixel art style. I just think it's done exceptionally well here, and contrary to the interesting character designs, the story is unironically pretty good, especially for gacha standards. You can get away with saying you play Brown Dust 2 for the plot. Whether anyone will actually believe you is a different story, but I digress. Before we jump into the game, I want to thank Brown Dust 2 for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to give it a try, I'll have a link in the description. When it comes to Brown Dust 2's story, I do want to give a quick introduction to that as well. So Lothel here is our main character. He's an herbalist from a small town, and while life was peaceful for a while, that all changed when a warlock named Arcturus showed up to threaten it all, fueled by his need for forbidden power. The 5 kingdoms that make up Brown Dust 2's worlds are technically at peace, but a fragile one. There's high tensions, corruptions, and rivalries between them. I think a really unique aspect of the game I haven't seen much of is their story pack system. There is an overarching main theme, mainly focused on Lothel and his adventures, but each pack is essentially a separate story. I also think the way the story is presented is great as well. Full voice acting in Japanese or Korean, and the pacing feels very good due to the mix of cutscenes, chibi interactions, and portrait conversations. Since the format is often changing from one to the other, the visual fatigue is much slower than other games I've played, and the stories are just easier to digest. But yeah, here we are in the game. I'm honestly still pretty early on. I mean, I've gone through the tutorial in like chapter 1 and stuff, so we're not just gonna be reading tutorials to you. I'm gonna be, talking about some of the mechanics going on here. In preparation for making this video, I did watch a couple of the trailers, they linked me, and they were all age restricted, so there's not actual nudity, but it's like pretty close. So yeah, be warned if you're like, don't want to see stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. We got the character screen wiggle here. Look at him. He barely has any clothes on at all. What a little naughty skeleton. So as it is with most gachas, we do have a pretty big list of characters here, but I think what makes it interesting and unique is the costume system. Yusia here, for example, is one of the few characters I have multiple outfits for. Changing her outfit changes her skill over here. In her case, both outfits are, somewhat similar. It does fixed damage. The range, target, and knockback don't change that much, but I'm pretty sure when it comes to a lot of characters, their outfits can drastically change how they work. So for all intents and purposes, every, separate outfit a character has is basically another character. I've done pretty much no gacha yet. I was waiting for the Goblin Slayer stuff. I kind of want to start with that so we can get some outfits and look at that a little closer. So we're just gonna go to this one. Here we go already. Okay, yeah. We got 2 of the main characters from Goblin Slayer here, along with their UR weapons. The Goblin Slayer himself is available, but not through gacha. You can get him totally free through the event. These are also limited time. I do not believe any of the other collab stuff has ever rerun either, so it's like really, really limited time. I also noticed for the couple of days I've been playing, like we get a free draw every day pretty much, I think on multiple banners. So we started with our free draw there, and we can just go ahead and, keep going. There's a pity of 100, which is, a lot, but we also have like, 30 tickets up there. And I think the rate is slightly better than average at like 1.5%. No 5-star. I do want to see if there's a way to see. No, we just got a 4-star there, I think. We're gonna skip and just see. Yeah, there's the guaranteed 4-star. Okay, let's just keep going till we get her. We're going for the Priestess right now, I believe. Oh, yeah, when she pops up, then we get a 5-star, I think. Oh, there we go. Rainbow. Let's see. I don't know if there's a 50-50 or anything. Oh yeah, there's a 1.5% chance for her outfit, and then all the other outfits add up to 1.5 as well, so it's basically a 50-50. I guess we're just going to keep pulling until the woman, yep, there she is. Hello. How's it going? Right at the end there. So I guess that was a surprise 5-star. This is a double 5-star pull. Hopefully this is the character we're going for, the Priestess. Honestly, why are my first times? Oh no, that's probably, oh yeah, it is her. Okay, let's go. What was that phrase though? Anyway, We got her, cool. Let's take a look at that skill. Oh, complete AoE, vulnerability to magic. My highest raised unit is a magic, and that's kind of another thing I wanted to talk about, but we'll do that later. That's like 50% magic res shred, I guess. That seems huge, especially because it's like full range, right? But for now, let's dip out of here and get the high elf archer, of course. Again, I'm just gonna be skipping till we get a 5-star. Yep, no. I mean, it's fine. I do want to like flesh out my roster a little bit. Nothing there. Hello, Eleanor. Oh, double 5-star. That's pretty hype. Maid Rubia. My specialty is assassination. Not her. I'm 2,000 years old. Ain't that the classic? I mean, we got her. So that's cool. I hope we don't have any guests today. Some of the characters are actually like pretty tame. We got Rubia. She has an X pattern, which I've heard are pretty good if you pair it with someone with a plus pattern, so that you basically have complete AoE. Let's take a look at the high elf archer. 100% crit rate for 2 turns, and then attack the enemy 4 times. So yeah, guaranteed crits do sound strong as always. I've heard crit isn't that important in this game, but that was just from one guy on Reddit, so I don't know. I mean, I think we got pretty lucky. We could try getting a duplicate or 2. She honestly sounds way more interesting to me because I want to run the magic team. There's Eleanor. Dude, did we get 2? We got another double 5-star, and one of them was the priestess. Would be kind of cool to get +5. There's Eleanor again. We're getting so many 5-stars. Another priestess, already +2. Huh? Oh my god. Okay, it's actually not that bad. It's a summer outfit. They just be like that, you know? Bit of a dry spell here. Haven't seen Eleanor in a while. There she is. Oh, that's the priestess again. I remember that line. Cool, she's already +3. I just realized we should probably try and get her weapon as well. I'm dumb. We're like almost out of gems. Oh no, and the weapon is way harder as well. 1.5% also, but 5% total, so yeah, all the other gear is kind of crowding. I don't think we're gonna be able to get it, honestly. We got like 5 more singles in us. Sure, why not? My bad. I have noticed they are quite generous though. Like we're just like poking around the menu and there's 41 more pulls, dude. That's kind of crazy. I guess we were pulling a lot, so most of those were because we got the duplicates for the priestess, I believe. We have 80 more pulls. Let's keep trying. Nope. Huh? It's a different character. Okay. Oh, maybe she's the one for weapons. But I could have sworn I've gotten a weapon before, a UR from this place. Oh, but it's hers. It's gotta be, what? I don't think that was, what? But they were talking about Faith and she's like a priestess and like, come on, man. Looks pretty cool, I guess. Do I even have this character? Whatever. Let's keep going. Leave it to Refi. Okay, it's not Refi though. We did get another UR there, which I guess is cool, but yeah, we're out of pulls again. If we manage to get 64 more pulls from anywhere, then we can just exchange it. We do have a lot of characters now. Damn, the outfit we got for Wiggle kind of goes hard though. Look at him. He doesn't look like a skeleton anymore though, which was kind of hard too, but you know. Anyway, for now, I mainly want to focus on the priestess here, but all right, let's raise her. It's pretty simple in this game, I believe, at least to begin. We just feed some slimes and then we use this star item to rank up. Let's at least get her to 40 because that's like the highest level of my other characters. I think we have enough for those for at least, a couple more characters. They need a lot of XP after this point. I guess we'll just stick with 45. Oh, we can see what happens. At +4, we get another 10%. +5 increases the magic damage. We'll worry about that later. So yeah, the gear system is something I haven't really figured out, but apparently if you don't have their specific weapon, they don't get a weapon at all. Even though I see it right there, why can't you just use that one? The exclusive gear does come in different rarities, like here's a UR axe, but there's also an R axe there. We do have a weapon for Cry. I heard his was pretty good actually. Maybe it's supposed to be the UR version, but he's a physical, so there does appear to be a gear crafting system as well. Obviously I have no idea what's good or worth it here, but it's always cool to see the option to craft like the highest grade stuff. Oh yeah, well there's our Goblin Slayer. We just clicked a button there. There he is. But maxing his outfit, we would have to play the event for. Yeah, you can see his 5 duplicates here for these various missions. Goblin Slayer seems to mostly be a defensive support with a barrier to himself, but also an SP regenerator. I have heard you should either be mono physical or mono magic, but both Goblin Slayer and the Archer are physical, whereas the Priestess is magic, so I'm probably just gonna ignore that advice because I kind of want to use all 3 of them in the team so we can see them more in action. There we go, we just got both of them to level 45, same as the Priestess. So yeah, we'll check out some gameplay with the new event here featuring Goblin Slayer 2. I don't know if I'm strong enough, but we're just going to go to normal battle to start. Our current combat power is a bit higher than the suggested, so maybe we'll be okay. So here we are in battle. Before the turn actually starts, we can, adjust things like position, on what the characters will actually do, I want to check out the Priestess first and her AoE attack here. You can see when she's moved in the appropriate spot, in the middle anywhere, she will KO every goblin in her range, which is cool. That skill will use 3 of our 15 skill points, so we can of course do some other stuff as well, like the High Elf Archer skill. Because the Priestess is just going to kill all of them, I'm not going to really bother doing anything except trying to get rid of this front one. You can also select the order in which the characters move, so of course, I think even if she wouldn't KO, I would like to start with her because she applies vulnerable, which, you know, increases the damage they take. So let's just hit battle start. I assume this won't take more than 1 or 2 turns, but we'll see. Starting with the Priestess skill. That was necessary for her power to awaken, of course. And then we got Goblin Slayer here. We're just gonna check out the animations. Yeah, okay. So he took care of the last one there. So typically my strategy for these is to hit the auto button and let them make their own decisions. However, I have heard from some more experienced players that this is a game that actually requires strategy, and you know, the harder content you can't just auto, you have to really think, and I think that's cool. But for battles like this, I think we're strong enough to rely on auto. We should take a look at the High Elf Archer's skill animation, so we'll throw her up in the front. There we go. Yeah, shot a hole straight through that goblin. That was a boss battle, so I think that was actually pretty good anyway. She seems more single target focused. So that was 5 battles. We don't have any compasses left to continue on. We could just get some, I think, through the event store, but like, our current CP is almost 1,000 less than the suggested CP now, so it was mainly just to show off a bit of gameplay and character abilities. We do also have the Goblin Slayer story pack. We gotta tap it multiple times to insert it properly. Does remind me of all the times I had to blow into like the old SNES cartridges. And yeah, I just think it's really cute. We have like all these cartridges on the shelf here. These are all the different story packs. Again, they're kind of like separate stories in a way. And now here we are in the Goblin Slayer cartridge. It's very cute. I like it. Oh no. Oh god. I mean, yeah, that was kind of accurate to Goblin Slayer, but oh man. The goblins were defeated, so that's good. There's the man himself. All right, way shorter than I thought it would be, but you know, that's cool. There wasn't a ton of fluff, so we'll just go ahead and grab that. This next section was specifically requested, so here in the Gloopy Diner, we got this thing called Glue Talk, and with Glue Talk, we can like have conversations with, you know, the characters. We also have encounter events here. Let's just, yes, I see. We're like going on a date, I suppose. So yeah, that is neat. This thing here, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I am also supposed to look at these, okay? I do think this system is pretty cool. Like right now we only have these 2 things set, and when we're like in the home screen here, it'll cycle between them. So, you know, we have this one and then this one. I think those are pretty cool. Obviously, you know, there's more than that. There's a lot, and I'm supposed to show these ones with the hearts. All right, yeah, okay. We're just gonna add them to the thing, and then we'll go back to the home and oh my god. Okay, let's watch these together, guys. This is gonna be a good time. Good time. I guess we'll start after this one. Here we go. Here we go. All right, she looks like she needs some help. Someone gonna help? Okay, I have nothing to say about that one. Wow, that's doing some work, or you should be. It's kind of dark in there. And okay, Jesus, she has needs. No, dude, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Okay, that was it. That was it. Pick something else. Okay. Yeah. Stop. Is there any normal ones? Please. What the hell? It's getting better and worse. It's getting worse. Okay. There is this system in place. You know, you can do whatever you want with it, really. You can randomize them. You know, you just have like this dude here chilling. If this is your favorite character, he's cool. But yeah, this is a feature. I think we saw, you know, a decent selection of stuff there. Yes, and then I guess you can hit this heart button and interact with them. I think you're supposed to like Oh, that's fantastic. Well, okay. Wow. Insane. It only gets worse from here. You have been warned. Everything we've seen is interactable. Okay. We're just going to be clicking around randomly and seeing what happens. Damn, those barrel mugs look kind of cool. Where can I get me some of those? Okay, wait, hold on. We could, okay, I think that's, oh no. I woke her up. I'm sorry. What? What? God damn. There's a barcode. Oh wait, we can scan the barcode? Okay, I think that was, oh my God. How am I supposed to censor this while also showing anything? You can mess with the lights. That is pretty good. Oh, okay. I can't show that. I can't show that. That's too much. Maybe we could actually rescue her though. I have a feeling that's not actually, wait, okay. Wait, no, I just saw a key. Let me get the key. I can get the key. I know I can get the key. Oh, what? Why did I just take all our clothes off? What is this? What is that, chat? It's just a normal massage thing, right? What am I doing here? I don't, help. All right, last one. Let's look around the, let's look around the room a little bit. See if we can interact with any of this stuff. Okay, yeah, you know, like with the other characters, you can interact with them. I haven't found any super secret ones with her, to be totally honest. Her feet are ticklish. All right, I think that's pretty much it. You know, I'll have links in the description as always. Please don't tell me what you think about the video, actually. Just, if you're a fan of Goblin Slayer, you know, cool event going on. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.